Hi, it's Natasha Bazil with SoldByNat.com, associate broker, home selling, and new construction specialist with Virtual Properties Realty in Georgia. Today is going to be a quick video. I know I say that all the time, and then the videos end up being longer, but it's not. This is in regards to new construction. When you have a new construction contract, when you are thinking about going new construction, whether it is a big builder or a smaller one, regardless, you want to make sure that they have provided you with, before signing the contract, provided you with this document that I'm going to share, provided you with this document, and definitely when you go to sign the contract, that it's a part of your contract. I had an instance where I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't in the contract. We discussed it verbally, but it wasn't in the contract. Thankfully, all worked out, but I'm like, okay, noted. Always got to make sure that it's in there so all parties are on the same. You're probably like, well, what are you talking about? I am talking about the selection sheet. They may call it the specification sheet, but whatever is going in the house, it's on a sheet. Everything that is picked for the house, it's on a sheet. Even if, the house is a spec home, if you're picking whatever, you want to make sure you have this sheet so everybody is on the same page about what is going in the house. So I'll tell you with the example, the situation, or not even situation because it wasn't a situation, but with the case that I have, the house was already far along. It was a spec home, already further along. And when we went, they had counters in, countertops were not down, carpet was not down yet, backsplash was not down, but the house was pretty far along. So prior to signing the contract, we asked questions, asked for the spec sheet. They were like, okay, we're working on it, we'll get it to you. And then we met the agent at the house, and we asked, okay, what are these going to be? And she verbally told us. Well, the agent's assistant met us at the house, and she told us, which she's actually the designer, so she told us what was going to be in the house. Cool, under contract. Now more work is being done, carpet's getting put down, countertops are in, and the backsplash goes up, and the buyer's like, this isn't backsplash. Like, I don't like that backsplash, and this is not what she told us. And sure enough, it was not. So I immediately went to the contract, and I was like, well, let me see what the selection sheet says. Selection sheet was not in there. I'm like, all right, noted for future. Real estate is just one of those things, like, you always are learning, and as things come up, I'm like, okay, implement this, change this, make sure this gets done. You just learn. You learn, and you make sure you do better going forward. But what really happened, or the big difference, because I do a lot of new construction. That is my lane, love it. But I have primarily worked with the bigger builders, and bigger builders tend to have a standard contract that's the same regardless of the community area. It's a standard contract. But with smaller builders, their contracts can be different. They could have a GAR contract, which is a Georgia Association of Realtors contract, which is similar to what you would use on a resale house. They could have their own contract. They could have a mix of the GAR contract and some of their own contracts. So it just depends. And that was simply the case because this house is almost on 4 acres of land. It's not in a subdivision. So this is a smaller builder, a reputable builder, but a smaller builder nonetheless. And this is the first time I'm working with this builder. So I just know going forward to always make sure you look for that selection sheet or specification sheet and make sure. Thankfully, it worked out. It worked out because on one hand, had we gotten the spec sheet and it said, this is the type of tile that's going in, we'd have been like, okay, would we have known that it was a different color? In that case, add something else to it. You want to ask them for pictures of what it looks like. If you are not clear, ask them for what it looks like. So if you get the spec sheet and it says Arabia tile, I'm just saying, you can Google it to see what comes up, but sometimes you'll get different variations of what that tile or that tile number is. So ask the on-site agent, ask the listing agent to provide you with the actual example. Or they may have a design center. If it's a bigger building, have a design center, or they're going to have a design room or something. You'll be able to see it. But if it's not, then you want to get some kind of picture or something, see it in another house, but you want to confirm what it's going to look like. So it did work out in our case. The agent that told us the incorrect tile, she acknowledged that, she worked it out, and thankfully in this case it's because it's a smaller builder, they can make decisions like that, and they agreed to go ahead and change out the backsplash. Because I know, I am 99.9% sure, had this been a bigger builder, it was not happening. One, because it would have been on the spec sheet in the first place, so it's already there. Two, once they've made a decision, once they've ordered it, they are not changing it. Like, it is what it is. If you don't like it, then pick a lot and build from scratch or whatever, but they don't normally make adjustments. You may have those one-off situations where you got a really great on-site agent and she's able to work something out to say, okay, well, we'll put this tile in that house if the house isn't further along. But if the house is already up and the process has already started going, some things they just are not going to be able to change, or they just won't be willing to change it. So in this case, it worked out. They changed it. Everyone is happy. We can learn from each other. So that is why I am sharing it with you. Trust and believe. I will make sure every time going forward that the spec sheet, the selection sheet is in there, and then we have an idea, a picture of, we've seen what the selection looks like. So yes, that is it. That is it for this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Interested in seeing some new construction videos, please check out that playlist. If you're interested in buying new construction, please reach out to me. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day.